God, and welcome to Daily Manna. This is St. Mark's opportunity to share with you in the Word of God and to bring to you nuggets of wisdom that we believe can inspire and encourage you along your journey. My name is Terrence Gray, and I'm humbly honored to have the opportunity to be your teacher and presenter at this time. We're inside of Daniel 3, and if you are any student of the Bible, you know about Daniel chapter 3. So let's go to work on it. Let's try to see if we can unravel it and find some new nuggets of wisdom that might be of benefit to you on your day. Chapter 3, verse 1. King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold 90 feet high and 9 feet wide and set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. He then summoned the satraps, the prefects, governors, advisors, treasurers, judges, magistrates, and all other provincial officials to come to the dedication of the image he had set up. So the satraps, the prefects, the governors, advisors, treasurers, judges, magistrates, and all other provincial officials assembled for the dedication of the image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up, and they stood before it. Now, that's what I need to raise. What happens thereafter we'll deal with tomorrow. I need to deal with these first three verses, and here's why. Remember, Nebuchadnezzar in chapter number 2 has a dream. And the dream is of a large statue that was supposed to regard the things to come. If you remember, Daniel said to him, through the wisdom of God that revealed to him, that Nebuchadnezzar was the head of gold, and that while he has the strongest of all of the materials, because they move then from to silver, to bronze, to iron and what you call clay. While those kingdoms will exist in the days to come, he was the strongest. But it was a statue. And according to what Nebuchadnezzar does, he interprets that, upon hearing it, as a necessity to go out and build this gigantic image of gold that is almost a statue of himself that he calls people in to worship. If you want to find out when you're going crazy, it is when you need to be worshiped, when you have to be lifted. And in this context, Nebuchadnezzar displays to us an absence of mind and an absence of clear thought, because now he has decided that he needs to be lifted up. Now, that's what bothers me, because in chapter number 2, the brother is on his knees honoring Daniel and Daniel's God. But in chapter 3, he needs an image to honor himself. He needs to therefore be lifted, which also calls me to ask, is that what happens to so many of us? Do we vacillate between pride and humility to the point that sometimes the pride overtakes us? Is that what's happening right now in America? That in America, what has happened is people can find themselves struggling to show forth humility to one another, when deep down inside of them, they operate out of a prideful heart and spirit. Have people gotten to the place where they do not see the value of human life in another? That I cannot see God in you? That I can only see him in myself? Is that what's happening to us? You see, I struggle when in this country, that which is still the most segregated time is Sunday morning. Not because you do not have some of the best preachers and teachers of the word in the African American experience, but because persons who don't look like us are intimidated and nervous and antsy and fear being in a church where a person or the African American diaspora is leader. And when that is done, that's racism. There's so many of you who watch. You watch me on a regular basis. Watch me whether I'm on what you call the Good Life channel, or whether you find me by way of this YouTube or FaceTime live experience. But people who don't look like me are threatened or intimidated to come to worship with me because it's a struggle for you to be accepted. Why is that? When persons of my diaspora have not done anything but show love for you, all races, everyone. And because we're not trying to elevate ourselves but honor our God, why can't you respect us enough to get out your pride and walk with humility to honor God that's in me? So I end today saying these words: the Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you, and it's so easy, so easy. It's easy to love. You don't need a statue to be worshiped. Love the God who loved us enough to give his son that we might have life evermore. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful, blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.